I really like that ring, by the way. That ring is cool. I
Right.
like the on the side. That's pretty sweet.
Where it says 3 7s.
Yeah, the 3 7s. I noticed that you're wearing quite a bit of jewelry.
Yeah.
And you usually do. And you also pulled up in a Cullinan.
Yeah.
Like a very, very nice Rolls Royce. And you said it was like the black label one, which is the
Black badge.
Black badge.
Not black
Sorry.
label.
Black label, that's whiskey.
Okay, the black badge
Black
Rolls
badge,
Royce.
Jack
Okay, I'm
Daniels
not
or
quite
something
there yet. I'm not there yet. The black badge Rolls Royce. How much did you spend on that Rolls?
I'm a bargain hunter, you know, like I bought it at a couple years old, it's still under warranty. I think the retail is like $450. I got it for $280.
Why did you buy it?
Because I love it. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. I like having fun. I like good things. You know, like I don't mean to shamelessly plug my book, The Art of Being Lucky, but I talk about all that in my book, and a lot of it has to do with like my childhood, you know, and it's actually, I worked my ass off on this book. It is hard to write a book. Have you written a book yet?
No.
You need to write a book, Grant. You too. And it takes a lot longer, and it's just really, really hard to encapsulate, you know, this is my kind of my life story with like some lessons and what I've learned and so forth. But I went to a really upper middle class high school, you know, where it was really competitive. There was a movie with Tori Spelling. I think it was called The Cheerleader or something like that. Like I used to babysit the girl that got, and it was like, that was their family friend. And the reason it happened was because like she was a really popular cheerleader. And then there was this other girl who was like, her family, you know, didn't have the money. There was like a comment made about her clothing, and it was so intense and just hard to explain, kind of like Mean Girls meets, you know, whatever else. And I just was in a weird environment. And I was always kind of like, I wasn't, you know, on the football team. I wasn't like on the front lawn, you know, with the cool kids and whatnot. And so it just motivated me my whole life, you know, to just do better and to do, you know, to be. And so sometimes like the trappings of success, you know, like the jets and the Rolls Royces and stuff, I can't help myself, you know, but just kind of say like, hey, I did pretty good, you know. And so I get a kick out of it. My son, on the other hand, he's got a Toyota truck. He doesn't care, you know. He's like you. He's like, how many zeros in your bank account, you know? But I mean, the jewelry's kind of started off as a joke. I bought this because I thought gold was going up. And I bought it at meltdown value, and I wore it in a video, and a bunch of people said I look like an old idiot, and so the engagement was good in the comments, and so I just said, well, I'm going to wear it every day then. And then this I had made just because I thought it was kind of cool, because we have this neat VegasMatt logo with the handle, and then there's a local jeweler here in town. Shout out to the guys at Jewel Trends. They're really nice guys in my neighborhood, and they made this for me. And yeah, so now I wear this every day. My wedding ring I've had forever. I got this watch when we hit 100,000 subscribers, and I've always wanted one of these gold presidentials, you know, that the presidents wear. And then this was a new addition. A lot of people called it the unlucky bracelet, because I started really losing right after I got this bracelet, coincidentally. And then I had it cleansed with sage and stuff like that in case it actually was unlucky. But I got this from someone, again, I just bought it I had my jeweler tell me how much these diamonds were worth individually, how much this gold is worth, and I just paid slightly more than what the meltdown value is. So it's a decent investment. And it just kind of is a thing, you know, VegasMatt, flashy jewelry, whatever. Yeah. But I mean, it's a hybrid of my psychological profile from my childhood and just, I like cool stuff.
How much did you pay then for that chain, and what's it worth now? Because gold's gone up
a
lot.
lot. I bought it like 3 years ago, and I think I paid $10,000. It's probably worth $20,000 now. So, something like that. This one's 10 karat. This one's 18 karat. This is like a pound of 10 karat. Wow. So whatever, I don't know the formula to figure it out, but I mean, our gold is expensive now.
That's why I bought this watch. So I bought this watch about 8 months ago, and I paid $12,500 for this. And I bought it because the melt value of this was like $10,500. So I figured I'd pay $2,000 basically for a really rare Rolex.
Yeah.
And now with gold prices up, the melt value is worth more than I paid for the watch.
That's
and
awesome.
So I got a free Rolex.
Smart. Yeah, I mean, those are good, like buying the, you know, the right watches and stuff. Yeah. If you're going to waste your money, get something like that, you know, saves value. The cars, obviously, is just straight dumb. Jets, straight dumb. But we work. We work so hard. Like I don't think there's anyone that outworks us. I mean, it would be difficult, and not necessarily me, but Robert and EJ. Those guys work like literally probably 16 to EJ probably 16. Robert probably more like 18 to 20 hours a day. He doesn't sleep, and so every once in a while you treat yourself, but that might as well, if you're going to make some money, and spend it, buy something intelligent. Like, so goodbye on that watch. You want to sell it?
No.
What's the craziest gift you've ever received?
The craziest gift, bar none. We meet these guys. They want to do business with us. We'd never heard of them. We're at the Super Bowl, and we're texting, or our manager's texting them and says, "Hey, blah, blah, blah." And then she texts us, says, "Hey, these guys, they seem nice. They really want to meet you. Can you meet them in front of this bar in New Orleans?" And so we meet them, and then they're like all in suits, and we're like just Mardi Gras-ing it up, and we start walking and talking with them, and they're pretty nice, and we ended up on this park, and we're just sitting on like a park bench with like seagulls. I don't know, it was weird, and we're having this like somewhat serious meeting, and then at the end they're like, "Well, it was really, really nice to meet you, and by the way, we brought you a gift. Congratulations on hitting 1 million subscribers." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." And there's this bag and it's tissue paper and stuff, and I open it up, and it's a Rolex, and it was silver, and I'm thinking, it's probably a stainless bra. It's $10,000. It's a pretty decent gift, and from some random guys that are just trying to do some business with us. And then I open it up, and I put it on. I'm like, "Wow, it's heavy." They go, "Well, it's platinum," and it was like a solid platinum presidential Rolex as just a random gift that someone gave us. So that was interesting.
It's probably worth 40 to 60 grand.
I think it was 65 retail.
Wow.
Did you end up doing business with them?
After a long courtship, like that was kind of an interesting first date. But yeah, we ended up doing business with them. And I think it's actually a smart strategy for anyone watching. I mean, get us a $65,000 gift.
For us.
Yeah, I'll take a
you guys.
gift.
But funny enough, we did. And I think that definitely got our attention. But that was weird. I forgot about that. Thanks, EJ.
Wow. Now, for a lot of the casinos, what's the biggest deal you've seen in terms of offering influencers to use their product or to gamble at their casino?
I can tell you this much, that one of my friends who is in this space, who had been doing it a lot longer than me, we sat at dinner at the Cosmopolitan, and I'm young and fresh, and I've always been in sales, and I'm enthusiastic, and I'm like, "Man, these casinos, they are gonna pay, and they're gonna be dying to have us." And I'm so mad. We got kicked out of the, for filming or whatever. He's like, "They're never gonna get it. Believe me, I've been beating my head against the wall for years. They're never gonna get it." And I go, "They're gonna get it. They're gonna see the value." And I can just tell you, it's come a long way, and it's getting better all the time. And the casinos that have done intelligent deals with influencers are really seeing the benefits. And I think it's still very, very out of whack. Like the money that the influencers are making for the casinos, they're getting way the better end of the deal. And I think there's a lot more room for the influencers to make even more money before a true equilibrium that's fair is reached. But some of them are getting more and more generous all the time. It's getting better and better and better. It's a really fun space, and it's been fun being involved in it and watching it kind of come from, "You can't film here," to, "Please, will you come here? We'll send you a plane."
Yeah.
It's quite fun.
Now, by the way, quick thanks to our sponsor, CyberGhost VPN, for sponsoring this video.
CyberGhost is one of the most trusted VPNs out there, with over 38 million users worldwide and over 20,000 strong reviews on Trustpilot.
Using a VPN is one of the simplest ways to protect your online privacy. Like, a lot more eyes are watching your online activity than you think.
And of course, even incognito mode does not stop it. Your internet provider, your work or school network, and even your home Wi-Fi router can still track what you're doing.
CyberGhost helps by encrypting your online data and running running it through their secure servers. You just pick from over 100 locations before you browse.
It also lets you access geo-restricted games and content from over 40 streaming platforms, including Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. And here's a little special sauce I'll sprinkle on top. Changing your location can actually help you find better deals online.
CyberGhost works on all major devices like Mac, Apple, iOS, and Android, and you could protect up to 7 devices at the same time.
And guys, if you're thinking about it, using our link in the description gets you their absolute best deal at $2.03 per month, plus 4 months for free, which is 84% off.
They also offer a 45-day money-back guarantee, so it's risk-free to try it out. We like it enough to recommend it to all of you watching.
Once again, the link is down below in the description. Thank you so much to CyberGhost for sponsoring this episode.